Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. I am a first grade teacher in Central Florida. It is Friday, February 11th, and we've been busy. I think the last video I posted was a couple weeks ago. I actually filmed this whole wonderful, great video last Friday and then forgot to film the end of it. At the end of school, my husband had to go return a rental car that he needed for work, and it had to be there before 4, so like we got dismissed at 3:30 at night. We had to bolt out the door, so I completely forgot to film the end of it. So I'm going to plug in a little bit of the footage. This would be all like some of last week's stuff, so I'm going to plug that in right here. This week was Groundhog's week, so we did a little bit of stuff on Wednesday for Groundhog's Day. We've done we've incorporated it quite a bit into our reading because it was kind of an easy thing to incorporate. But as far as science and stuff, we just did a little bit on Wednesday. Made some predictions on Tuesday, and I really hope that the groundhog is wrong. I don't want any more winter. I'm tired of the cold. I want to wear my sandals again. So that groundhog, I hope he was wrong. Which is funny because my son, we were sitting at the breakfast table on the morning of Groundhog's Day. My son said to me, "I'm tired of the cold. I miss the 80s. That groundhog better not see his shadow." So quite funny, but I'll spin you around. I'll show you the graph that we did. I'll try to link this packet. I want to say it was a free packet that I got off of TPT, where we did the graph, and my kids also did the graph. I'm going to kind of just run through it and check it, send it home today. It's just good practice to do graphs with them like every chance you get, because for some reason, this group of kids, and I think it has a lot to do with the craziness of COVID in the year in kindergarten, graphing is a lot more difficult for this group than it ever has been for my other groups. They understand how to read a graph, but they're not understanding how to create a graph. So we're doing a lot of graphing this year in lots of different areas. We haven't even reached our graphing unit yet, and that's what we're doing. So I'll spin you around and show you that. We did in OG this week, we did the angs, ongs, so the NG sound and the NK sound. We're going to continue that next week. We didn't even do our spelling test today. They've struggled this week on it, so I didn't feel comfortable testing them on it. It's a really difficult concept because they're missing that N. They're not hearing that N in that sound, in that blend. So we're going to practice more next week, and then as a whole our grade level should be kind of aligned from there on out. My plan is to do long vowels after that. We're going to do like ED. So in recipe for reading, ED comes after ending blends, and then you do like a whole big review of blends. But we have to get to CVCE patterns, so we're going to do a lot of reviewing, continue to practice it in small group time, but as far as whole group, we have to move on. So I'm going to talk with my team next week and see what their thoughts are, but I think I've always done one vowel with magic E a week, so then, you know, by the time you get to the end, and really E, consonant E is not as common, so we might not do very much of that one. We might incorporate that one somewhere else. But in recipe, it does it kind of all together in 1 week. So they have some with A and some with I and some with O and some with U. I don't know how my team feels, but I feel like we need at least a couple weeks doing that. So I think we're going to do CVCE for at least 3 weeks. And then my plan was to do like a transformation room day where we did like a magical transformation. So everything that day was all about magic E, and the room was like decorated for like magic. And so their centers were all magical to go with magic E, and they created all kinds of stuff. So if you have any ideas, I did do some like research on it last night trying to find a few things. I didn't find very much. So if you have any ideas, so my thoughts are, one station, they're gonna write, so you know that black paper that you can get, and then you write with like a special pen or something, and it does rainbow, right? We're gonna do a station with that where they have to write Magic-y words in the magical paper. We're going to do like some of the, the pens where they're invisible, and then you shine the light on them. Same thing for the markers that are the white markers, the Crayola markers, but when you write them on the paper, they show up a color. So those, and what else? There is the, one of my teaching partners had an idea to do like glitter instead of sand, so they can practice their, I don't know how I feel about that, but they can practice their words in glitter. And then I saw a thing where it was, if you write an expo marker on a aluminum pan and then you put water in it, it lifts up the word. So I thought maybe they could write their words in an aluminum pan, and then they can put like a cup of water on top of it and see if their words float. Something along those lines. And we're going to do like a glowy one. So I'm going to try to get like a tent or something that's super dark, and they can go in there and they can do like glowy ones. So that'll be at the end of the unit. I'm still kind of brainstorming ideas, but if you have any ideas, leave them in the comment section. Let me know if you can kind of come up with anything. They're all going to get capes. I'm either going to make them or I'm going to find them. They're all hopefully going to get black top hats. And they're all going to get magical wands with the E on it for that day. So I think it'll be fun. It's kind of going to be kind of a big unit. That's why I want to stretch it out more than just a couple weeks. I'm also going to be out the week of Dr. Seuss, which we usually do this big blowout Dr. Seuss full-on week. I think we're just going to keep it to one day because I'm going to be out and I don't want to leave a whole week's worth of crazy for a sub. So I'm going to leave it for that one day. But I'm going to be out that whole week. My husband's family is all coming down, and my in-laws rented this ginormous house in the Keys, and we're having this big family reunion / celebration in the Keys that week for my father-in-law's birthday. So we're going to be doing that, and so I can't plan that Magic-y, so the magical day that week, obviously. And I don't want to plan it like the Friday before that. I don't know. It's going to be tricky. So that's what's coming up. We're going to be doing data folders this morning when they come back from specials. They're going to be doing, I'm going to give them all their data folders, and I'm going to give them their spelling test. And I'm going to come around and just put a dot where they need to color up to, and we're going to try to get it wiped out like super fast. I'm trying to get faster with our data folders now that they've had a lot of practice. They love looking at their data folder and watching their stuff go up and down. I also want to do like a class motivation chart for iReady, for them to complete iReady lessons with 100%. So I'm going to look for that. We are doing something called Rocket Math, and this is based on like there was an old-timey system of Rocket Math where you had to like make your goal, and you had to copy a paper for every student. And one of my mentors for my first year teaching used to use folders, like they all had their own file folder, and she just went through and stapled all the papers every single week to that. But now everything's so digital. So if you go to ascendmath.com and you click on the yellow button, I'll try to show it to you at lunch. You can do free math facts practice. So my kids know we do Rocket Math every Wednesday and Friday morning when they're coming in. They go to the next number that they're needing practicing. So most of them have passed like +0, +1, +2. And if they complete it, I'll come around and check them off on my check sheet. And then we have, can you see the little rocket ship back here? So once the whole class gets a number, we color it in on the rocket ship. And then we have a grade level one out in the hall that I created. And so once the whole class gets a number, I color a spot on the grade level one. And that's been like really motivating for them. So I want to do some more like class motivator type things and get one of those hung up. I'm going to find one during my break. I need to clean up this room because it is a mess. I will spin you around and show you the state of everything, but then I have to go downstairs and visit with my principal and turn in some paperwork. And I got a new student this week, so I need to get some stuff together for him. So I'm going to spin you around, show you what's up, and then I'm going to go take care of some stuff. Friends, so it's lunchtime, nice and quiet and dark in here, just the way I like it. This was an exit ticket that I did with my students. So we've been working on who is telling the story. And we're only focusing on first person and third person. There aren't very many stories. There are a few, but there's not very many stories that are in second person on their level. So we just kind of try to keep it simple, first person, third person. So this exit ticket we did today, who's telling the story at the beginning, how can you tell? I think that the character, because it said I. So that's correct. We did a story. We did actually one of the snowman stories. That is the chart that we've done this week. We've actually been comparing fiction and nonfiction, and we did a game. I will see if I can link the this little exit ticket and I think there was a poster or something that I found on TBT. I don't remember, but I'll try to link what I can down below. This was I don't remember if I showed you this last week, our nonfiction surgery. So that's kind of how it turned out. They're all like that. I'm getting ready to kind of flip through it and grade it. We did our data folders just a minute ago. So yeah, we're kind of already ready for the end of the day. We got math to do, and the room is a little bit more picked up than it was earlier. So that's where we're at. Let me flip you around. Okay, friends. So that's just a little snippet of some stuff that we did last week. We were working on groundhogs. We were doing point of view, like who's telling the story. It's just a fun week. So I didn't want to not include that, but then, when I forgot to film the outro, my intention was to just do like something quick at home. But I didn't have, what's it called? I didn't have like a way to kind of round it out because I just kind of stopped the video in the middle of lunch. So, I figured I'd just plug it in for this week. And, and I was going to film this morning, but I had a couple meetings this morning to take care of. I have a meeting Monday morning, which Monday is Valentine's Day, and that's probably like the worst day ever to have an early morning meeting. So I'm pretty frustrated. That means I'm going to have to stay late tonight and decorate and get stuff ready for Valentine's Day in here. Because the meeting Monday is going to take the place of the time that I would use to try to like hang some stuff up in the classroom. I normally decorate my classroom for each month and just put like a few things up here and there. But for some reason, Valentine's, if you start putting stuff up too early, then they start thinking that the party is today, or, so I never have decorated for Valentine's, as far as like putting things around the classroom too early, because they always, and then they're bonkers. So we'll have our Valentine's stuff on Monday. We are not doing parties in school. We are doing like a little Valentine snack. So I'm going to get them a treat for the afternoon. And then they're going to pass out their cards. But we're going to use their cards for some writing things. We're going to do an adjectives lesson with it. We're going to do a graphing lesson with it. We've got Valentine Centers, all of this stuff I have to copy right now. So I thought I would spend this video kind of showing you what we're doing for Valentine's Day, since that is Monday, and hopefully this video will go up tomorrow. Fingers crossed I can get everything uploaded. And then I will kind of share with you what else has been going on this afternoon. So I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to take out my Valentine's packet stuff that I need to get copied and kind of prep everything and show you what everything is. And then this afternoon when I'm decorating, I'll show you how I decorate for the party as well, because it's not really like a party where I have to cover tables and everything. I just want the room to look kind of festive. And we're also going to be doing a bulletin board out in the hall that I got this idea off of, I think I just Googled it, honestly. So I'll put a picture here of the idea that I have in my head. I wanted to share it and have like all of first grade do it, but I don't know if we have time. I think I have it like in our plans to do next Friday. So I might need to just prep that stuff, because next week is kindness week. So all of our reading lessons and everything are about kindness and caring and compassion for each other. So I'll share all that this afternoon. So let me get you flipped around, because I only have 25 minutes left of my planning period, and I want to get some things copied and set up for Monday, so that this afternoon all I have to do is decorate. So flip you around. Okay, friends, so I wanted to kind of go through what I'm going to go make copies of real quick, so that you could, if you needed ideas, and I will, again, try to link these. Most of my stuff, I'm pretty sure came from TPT. I do have some stuff that's older, so I'll just link what I can. This is a poem that we're going to do. It's just I think I found it on Google a million years ago, and I just retyped it out. But here, if you want it, there it goes. Red hearts, white hearts, pink heart too. I like purple hearts. How about you? Blue hearts, yellow hearts, green hearts too. I like rainbow hearts. How about you? Easy peasy. My idea on the skill that we're going to do it. We've been working on ending blends, so we're going to find some of those ending blends and beginning blends. There's a couple of those throughout the book or throughout the poem. And then we have a couple of sight words in here that we've been doing, red words, that we've been doing. About is down here a couple times, so we'll probably point that one out. Not going to keep it, I'm not going to do too much with it. It's, one of those poems that you just really want them to have. So I'm going to make a copy of that real quick. This is my old-timey Valentine Centers. I got this from a mentor teacher a million years ago when I first started teaching. So this is how she kept track of it, but I don't even do half of these things anymore. I just always pull it out to kind of remind myself of things that I could do. But because all of our centers are skill-based now, some of these things like we don't do anymore, like thumb buggy love you bugs. It was a little flower with a little bug on it, and they would cut it out and glue it together and then staple it to a pipe cleaner, and that would go around their pencil. Obviously don't do that anymore. Heart necklaces we don't do anymore. We do sort the Valentine cards, so we'll be doing that. We won't be decorating cookies. I do have some conversation heart activities. I used to do Valentine bingo during the party. Since we're not having a party, we might do it towards the end of the day if we have time, but I'm not going to stress over that. We do have some Valentine books that we will rotate and listen to. I don't do a word search anymore with them. We do the Valentine poem. We don't decorate paper plates anymore because that was, I don't know, weird to me. I don't know. I think I did it one year and then I was like, no, I don't want them to do that. Deliver cards to decorated bags. I used to do that during the center rotation. It just became more chaos because they wanted to talk and play and open them and everything else. So we do it kind of in a little bit more organized fashion. And we do write letters, but not during the center rotation. So I always pull that out just to kind of refresh my memory of things because, I don't know, I just forget from year to year. This is a game. I know it will be in a packet that I hope I can find and link. I know it's by Deanna Jump. I actually put this in their centers this morning, but I couldn't find the other piece to it, and I just found it. So I'm going to laminate that real quick. It's just the little envelopes with the words on it. So they've been sorting the little hearts by digraphs. They have this paper right here, and then I have all the hearts cut out, and they sort those by digraph, but I want them to match the envelope to the heart. So I'm going to laminate that real quick. So that's sitting out. This is a probability game that we do. I think it's also, again, from Deanna Jump's packet, her Valentine's packet, if I can link it. But they're going to spin. We're going to do this in our math small group that afternoon. They're going to spin the spinner, and we're going to talk about probability and why that matters, in this sense. And then this is their card graph that they're going to do, hopefully, that day as well. So I try to pass out Valentine's in the morning. This is our candy heart graph that we're going to do, and then a little bit of measuring. That's going to be our math lesson in the afternoon. We're going to pass that stuff out, the cards in the morning, and work on this during small group with that. And this is part of our center rotations. So they'll have some Valentine word problems, subtraction style. So I'm going to give them some little hearts, erasers, and they're going to act out these problems and then solve. So that will be one station they rotate to. Another station is sweet nouns, because we've been really working on nouns a lot. They have to color person, place, or thing and decorate it like Valentine candy. So that's another station. Another activity that we're going to do. This was something I actually used to put, I think, on a bear or something. And I just got this idea. So they're going to have construction paper that they're going to accordion fold and attach the little hands to. And then on the back, I'm going to shrink this down. They're going to write a letter to somebody because we've been doing letter writing this week. So I have this little letter sheet thing here. We're going to just do a quick letter on that. And then they're going to glue it on the back of this, and this is going to be like a little gift to a family member. So we're going to do that. I got to get all of that copied. I'm down to 10 minutes now. So I'm going to start my copies, which is all of this pile. And then I'm going to get my laminator turned on for those things. I only have the front of that out so I could show you, so I don't actually need that anymore. I'm going to chunk it in the trash because I already have the game made. I just needed to laminate those. So I'm going to get that done. I have to go turn in some stuff downstairs. I have to get some books. I have to make some copies for my writing for all of next week. And then during lunch, I'll show you my new slides that I've been doing and kind of share with you that. And I'm going to get started. Hi, friends. It is lunchtime. You can see my lights are off. I was going to ask you a question before I showed you our slides and everything for this week. So I have all these charts that my kids have made, mostly like the graphing ones, like that one, and then our one that's way over there that's about the groundhog, and then we have one from our apples that's way back here. You guys keep those up all year. My kids don't look at them anymore. They don't particularly care about them. At the end of the year, I've always just sent them home with a student, and I'm sure they get thrown away at that. But I'm running out of places to hang because I want this window to stay open so that we can get a little bird feeder. Yeah, I want to put a bird feeder on the outside of that window, so I want to be able to lift up the blinds on that one because that's the one that works really well. I've got these hanging from it right now, and we have to be careful because we don't want to break the blinds because they're very expensive blinds. I mean, they're cheap blinds, but because the size of the windows are expensive. So we're not supposed to hang too much on them. Right now I've got like probably 5 hanging from it, I think. And I need to probably take them down, but I don't know what to do with them because I hate to just take them down and throw them away. But then at one hand's like, the kids don't care about that one. They don't care about the groundhog one anymore. They certainly don't care about the apple one from back in September. So what do you guys do with your graphs? Now, the charts and stuff that we make that have text features or that talk about characters and setting and things like that, I want to keep up. Like our writing goals chart. And I think somebody asked me about that in one of my blogs. I got that from, I think it's Dee Wills. I will link one of the units. All of the I think it's Deanna Jump Dee Wills units, the writing throughout first. They have a unit for each month, and all of them have goals for that unit. So I actually need to take that one down, go over their goals with them, and then reset new goals because a lot of them have mastered these goals. This one was about facts from a story, and they all wrote a fact that they learned to support the main idea. So that one needs to stay up. But like this one from the beginning of the year about being kind, which I'll probably leave that up next week and we'll just refer back to it. But that one can go down. Our gingerbread one over here, they don't even look at anymore because it's behind the pocket chart. And the only time they ever look at it is when they're at pocket chart. So I don't know. I'm perplexed on what to do. I've started making like digital anchor charts, but and then that way they can kind of be up all the time. I thought about taking pictures of them and then putting it on our canvas so that they can kind of go back and scroll through the anchor charts if they want them for a reference. What do you guys think? I hate to keep them up, taking up space when I need to hang up other things. Like I need to hang up some writing on the wall over there, and that chart is up over there. Now we've gotten past December. They wanted to introduce AR to the students. And so they want us to have some kind of area in the room for that. And I don't know where I'm going to put that, y'all. I don't know. So leave me some thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Let me show you my slides for the week, what I'm doing. And I will also link the slides down below as well. So let me flip you around so you can see these. Okay, so I'm trying to hold my camera and so you can see the slides, but I'm also holding my keyboard because I want to click through them and I wanted the slides to be full screen for you. So these are the slides that I've started doing. I will link, I think it's Teaching is Shenanigans or Shenanigans Teaching or something. I can't remember her name. I apologize, but I will definitely link these. I didn't create these slides. She creates them. They are free. I just add my stuff. I've been wanting to do slides for a long time, but in a couple weeks, I'm going to be out for a whole week, and I wanted my sub to be easy for my sub. So I thought, okay, now's a good time to introduce it. So for this week, I've been doing them, and I don't know why I didn't do them sooner, you guys. If you don't run your day from slides, it is something amazing. It is a lot of work to get started, but once I got started this week, now all I have to do is change a few things out and plug everything in, and it makes my day run so smoothly. So let me go ahead and stop talking and introduce these to you. So this is just the one that they see when they come in. You can see it tells them over here what to do. I'm trying to keep it simple for them. They are first graders. I always want to include the lunch. And then I've been doing a little joke of the day, and they've been loving that. So this is just what they see when they come in. They know to get those things out. Yesterday, they had busy bags over here. I thought about putting a picture of what I want them to do instead, so I might try that next week, but overall it's been working. I'm going to try to flick through real fast. Okay, so this is the first slide we actually go through together, and then it kind of just gives them like a little breakdown. So we kind of fly through this really quick. We talk a little bit about the day and the year and everything else, but we just kind of zip through that. And then our announcements. Then we have our greeting. This morning, I just had them do a simple turn to a neighbor and give them a high five and say, hello, friend. And they did that to like 4 different people. And then our share, because we were talking about peanut butter this morning. I asked them what their favorite sandwich is. So they turned and told somebody what their favorite sandwich was. And then our activity. This was super fun activity. I'll give you a second, or you can pause it and jot it down. So much fun. They love that. And then that's our centers. I'm going to kind of fly past those. Oh, no. I forget my timer turns on. So I have a timer, a Valentine's timer on there, and it automatically turns on. All right. And then we go into our OG time. So we have our Haggerty, and then we did our 3-part drill. Then we did our spelling test, and then it was our fly time, our intervention time. So I tell them to go on Canvas. As part of the 3-part drill, I have the slides linked for that. So whoever's in here knows to click on Haggerty. That takes us to our interactive Haggerty online in case I'm not here and I can't do the book, the 3-part drill. So I have the slides in for that. And then I have this slide again at the end. So I'm just going to kind of click through. This is our sound cards. I've been doing it digitally just to prep them for when a sub is here. I still like doing my cards over here, but this just is quick review, and it's a way for them to continue practicing when I'm not here. And then these are, I think I showed these to you last week, but these are just word blending. Oh, I'm sorry, I went too far. These are word blending video slides. So they say unk. Oops, I went back too far. Unk, chunk, and they read all of them. And then I forget where this came from. I'll try to link it too. I know it says it down there at the bottom, but it's covered up, so I'll try to link it. But then there's that slide again, just so that we went through Haggerty. That was our 3-part drill, and then they have the spelling test. So that kind of just reminds me, okay, third on our list, let's take our spelling test. And then when we got done with that, we did our intervention time. This was our read aloud for today. And then this is where we're at right now. So they're going to do writing when they come in from recess. This is our math that we're doing today. So this is our warm up, and then it has a quick video to review. And this is the QR code for that. And then I just have this slide in here to remind me to do the practice with the base 10 blocks, and then we roll into stack time, and that is linked to our stack board, which I have worked out differently, and then our social studies, this is linked to a video. and then it'll be the end of the day. So that's it. And then I had, if we had some time, we're going to be writing a letter this afternoon. If we have a little extra time at the end of the day. So I'm going to flip you back around. Okay, so anyway, I've been running my days from those slides, and it was a lot of work to put it together. But now that I kind of have a groove of it, it's been much easier. And then I'm also able to put stuff on their canvas for them so that all of our intervention and our afternoon time runs a little bit more smoothly. So my plan is I'm going to create, hopefully this weekend, the slides for the week that I'm going to be out, which is it's Dr. Seuss week. It's like the first week of March. And then I'm going to print each day's slides. And then I'm also going to type up a lesson plan that goes with it so that the sub knows like each thing. The slides are not going to be on Google. They're going to be on PowerPoint. I'm going to put the PowerPoint on a flash drive. That way they have as much access as they can get to it, because they won't be able to sign in they can sign in under me, but I didn't want them to not have access to certain videos or something. I'm also going to create a backup brain breaks, and all those other things are going to go in the substitute slides. Like I know to, like when my kids are getting antsy, to give them a brain break. But I kind of also have it figured out that, when in the afternoon they need a brain break. So I'm going to plug in brain breaks on the slides as well. And then I'm going to have a backup Word document with a whole bunch of extra stuff for them to do. And then they're also going to have piles of worksheets. I don't know. I've never been gone for a week planned from school ever, other than my maternity leave. And my maternity, you should have seen my notebooks. I had notebooks that I created for my maternity leave when I had my middle child. So I was probably way more organized than needed to be, but I left a notebook for each week, and then I broke it down into days that way. So I'm a little crazy when I leave for that long, just because I know my kids will be fine. They're wonderful. They're very sweet little babies, but I don't want the sub to be frustrated and not want to come back and sub, because subs are so short handed. I want them to have everything that they could possibly need. If you've ever subbed, would you like that slide presentation like that? Hopefully it will run the whole day. There'll be a printout of it. There will also be lesson plans that'll be linked and tied to it. There will also be added extra stuff to do for them. And then there'll be like brain breaks and indoor recess things that they can do. And then hopefully everything will be printed and laid out. So I want to get the slides done this weekend so that next week I can put in all my copies for that week. The lesson plans are already done because we plan as a team. And Mondays we've been getting like an extra planning time. I got to watch my time. So our lessons are already done for that week for the most part. So I think I can go ahead and get the slides knocked out this weekend, which stinks to have to spend a weekend doing that, but I want to get them all wham in one big chunk, and the only way I know to do that is to spend a weekend doing that. So I think that that's gonna be really good for my sub. I know who my sub is. I had already talked to her, and I thought about sending her a sample slide to see if she could run it, and how it worked for her. But you guys tell me, give me some feedback on that. Let me know if you would like it like that, or if you'd rather just have a whole bunch of worksheets, which I don't particularly like. But I mean, she's going to have activities and worksheets, but I want like what I would normally teach to be taught for the whole week. So especially with the OG, I don't want them to lose a week. We're going to be starting long vows. Oh, I just had this like amazing idea last week. I don't remember if I talked about it in last week's video. We're starting long vows. I don't have time to talk to you about it right now, but I'm going to try to talk to you about it this afternoon. If not, I'll definitely include it next week. It's all about magic-y. So we're going to do like a transformation room, and I'll share all about that this afternoon, hopefully, if I remember. I did get my copies done for Monday for Valentine's, all of the different things that I showed you. They're in my Monday box, so it is ready. My other boxes, I'm gonna look at my lesson plans here in a little bit, and see what I need to print out and make copies of real quick and get those ready. And then my next week is done. So this afternoon, all I will have to do is decorate, and I do need to plug in new stuff into our centers. And then I also need to upload stuff online. So not all completely done, but I'm like way further right now than I ever have been, and it's been way less work. So happy about that. I'm gonna go take my babies to recess, and I will just see you guys after school. Friends, so it is after school. It's actually really after school. I had to go downstairs and visit with my boss about a few things. So I'm just now getting started in my room. I have got the stuff hung up out in the hallway, which is just a little decoration. I thought I had more decorations than what I do, but I can't find anything, so I kind of feel bad. I was gonna put stuff out on the tables, but I'm not really gonna do that. I don't want it to throw them off. I thought I had stuff for the ceiling, but I don't. Oh, I do. That's not true. I do. So I'm gonna hang these little things up. They're just little hearts that I'm just gonna hang up around the sharks so that they kind of cover the sharks. They're just kind of little fun little things. And then I have some, stack the stools for me, son. Then I have a little thing that's gonna go in the front. I have a light up thing as well somewhere. And I wanted to rehang my tent for Monday, but it's really ripped, so I don't know. So yeah, oh, here it is. So I have a little set of lights that lights up as well, but I need batteries for that. So I'm gonna get some decorating done, not too much. Oh, let me show you what I have for their goodie bags. And they all get two books on Monday. They get the book that my family and friends donated to them. And then they get, where is it? They get a little Valentine's book that I bought for them. So they get two books on Monday. They get this one, Funny Valentine by Say Bears, and they get this one, The Love Pug. So I'm excited. I think they're gonna be excited. They love their book time. And I need to get my Valentine's books out. Okay, this is probably why I thought I had so much. So I think last year I went a little crazy and I bought that many tables. Y'all, I have 3 tables. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I bought 12 of these things. They're all red and pink too. So the red is I can obviously use for Christmas, and so, but it's just a matter of storing them. I gotta store them for a year. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get all that stuff out. I have my little Valentine cards. I'm gonna do those this weekend. And then I found these little XO gummies at the market that we went to in Pennsylvania when we were up there for the holidays. And I'm gonna give them little stamps. And then I found these cute little notebooks. And then I also have some little pencils for them. So they're all gonna get like a little treat bag with a book. I just gotta go get them. So I gotta get some stuff done. I'm gonna get all this stuff packed in the wagon because it's all going home with me. And then I wanted to look at their writing notebooks today because they all wrote in their journal for writing today, and I want to make some notes and stuff. And then we're gonna get cleaned up and try to get out of here. So let me spin you around and show you what I'm looking at in their notebooks and something that I'm doing, and then I'm going to finish up. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is just a note that I made for myself, and then on the page I will find other people that need to do this and group them together. And then after I teach my whole group lesson next week, after I teach my whole group lesson next week, and everybody's off writing, I'll pull up all of those students that need this, and we'll just have a quick conversation about something that I noticed, and then I will watch for them during the writing time to see if they're doing it and kind of guide them through it and hopefully get them to do it more. That's the plan. Again, I don't get to do writing every day. Sometimes writing is integrated in other ways, but when I'm formally teaching a lesson, I've been loving this. So didn't have to be anything fancy. I just had this extra notebook, and I thought I would put it together. So again, I will link those units that I got this from. I'll link a couple of them down below. Okay, friends, so their journals are stacked up, ready to go. I'm going to put their stuff that I need to grade in my bag, pack up my stuff, and go ahead and get out of here. It's almost 6 o'clock, so I got to get out of here anyway. Let me see. Let me double check the time. Yeah, it's like 5:45, so I need to get out of here anyway. I don't feel ready for Monday, but I didn't have as much fun like decorations and stuff for Valentine's. I wonder if I maybe threw some stuff away because we weren't able to do Valentine's parties last year, so I'm wondering if I just chunked some of the stuff that I thought I had when I moved over to this classroom last year. Maybe I was trying to make space and I just chunked it. I don't know. I thought I had a lot more. I thought I had like the crepe paper stuff, that kind of goes through the classroom. I thought I had a whole bunch of that. I can't find any of it. So I feel like I'm going to have to go to Dollar Tree or $1.25 Tree and get a few more things just to make it a little bit more Valentine-y. I know once I hang stuff from the ceiling, that might be what's throwing me off, is because usually I have them make hearts and stuff to hang from the ceiling, and we don't have anything like that up. Just hadn't had time. I feel like Valentine's Day just kind of snuck up on us, so maybe I'll go get a few more things for decorating, and I need to put their writing up. I forgot to do that, so I need to do that, and I'm just gonna have to come in early. I'm gonna have to come in early on Monday. If I do any planning this evening, which I'm not sure if I will go ahead and film and include that in this video, but if not, I'll just kind of tack it on. I might do kind of a plan with me. I know a couple of you have requested a more in-depth how I plan guided reading video, and this coming back from Christmas, the last 3 weeks especially has been really a lot more consistent with guided reading. It was a lot more sporadic before Christmas, and then we had a lot of testing right after Christmas, so I didn't get to every group like I normally do, but we've been consistent like the last 3 weeks, and it's been phenomenal. So I will definitely try to put that in my schedule next week so that I can do that before we go on our trip. I think some of you asked about centers as well, but I'm trying something new with centers, so if that works, I'll definitely do an updated video on that in the middle of the week as well. So there could be a couple middle of the week videos popping up in the next couple weeks before we go on our trip. But I mean, that's the hope. So I just found out a little while ago, one of my students that moved is coming back. I did keep most of his stuff. I didn't throw anything away yet because I always keep it for at least a month or so. But one of his notebooks I kind of pulled apart because I didn't have a writing notebook for my other new student that I got. And so I pulled his apart, and so now I've got to... luckily, I did save all the writing and everything. I saved all that. The only notebook that I never really worry about saving if they move is like their science stuff, because it's kind of just a sporadic notebook that we try to do a few things in. So I'm going to have to put all his stuff back together and find some place for him to sit. That means I'm at 21 students now. And again, I still have the space because I have a lot of students that sit on the floor and the little fun chairs. But it's starting to feel very crowded. Yeah, starting to feel very crowded. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to pack up stuff in my bag, and I think my boys want to go to the batting cages tonight. Oh, you have batting practice. You're supposed to have batting practice tonight, I think. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will just see you guys next time. Bye.